I did move everything into storage and lived out of my van. Then I'm a homeless person with my illnesses. Isn't going to last long.
People in Salem about to be evicted with no place to go. You've heard plenty about the lack of affordable housing in and around Portland. Now Salem has its own affordable housing crisis.
People living in one Salem apartment complex reached out to our investigative reporter, Gabrielle Carroll, for help as they say they're being pushed out on the street.
Here's the simple reality in Salem. There are more people who say they need affordable housing than there are low-cost homes and apartments available. Any new affordable developments should be welcomed, but the residents here say the process of building new affordable housing could leave them homeless.
They gave us hope and then pulled the rug out from underneath us.
The 13-unit complex was sold to new owners in May. Eviction notices were posted to their doors, giving residents who had done nothing wrong 60 days to leave.
Somebody came in, bought the property, and they're going to flip the damn thing. And we're homeless.
The residents say they're living on fixed or limited incomes. Some are senior citizens, others are disabled.
Don't rightly know right at this moment. We're contemplating just getting a tent.
Ernie Fromhert says he and his wife pay just over $500 a month. Now they're trying to figure out where to go.
I'm at loss for words right now. What would help?
There's no easy answer available here in Salem. The Salem Housing Authority has 3,500 housing vouchers to give. They're all being used. 4,000 other people remain on the wait list.
Waiting list is 3 to 4 years.
Even people in the position to give the vouchers, such as Salem Housing Authority Client Services Manager Kelly Battaglia, say they're not a golden ticket.
They can't find affordable units.
Nearly every apartment or house is taken, and with a low 2% vacancy rate in Salem, rents are only going up, putting more people at risk.
We do see people who have become homeless as a result of those economic forces and not just the other surrounding issues that often cause homelessness.
Portland has tried to deal with this situation by forcing landlords to help pay for renters to relocate after a no-cause eviction. A similar statewide bill was introduced last year, but failed to become law. I tracked down the new owners out of state to ask about whether they plan to help their tenants. They agreed to answer questions by email if their names were kept anonymous. They wrote that due to the high costs of the project, they cannot afford to offer relocation assistance, adding that the units are in poor condition and their goal is to help address this shortage of affordable housing. But by helping create nicer affordable housing for other people in Salem, the current residents say they'll be facing homelessness. This is the type of help Scott Gates says he doesn't need. Before moving in, Gates had been on the streets for 15 years. His unit may not look like much to some, but for him, it's home.
It is really scary because homelessness is the hardest thing to get out of, and then when you think you're secure, all of a sudden, boom.
The residents have until July 10th to move out. Now, there are programs that can help. Salem's Arches program does provide deposit and rental assistance to people facing homelessness. But again, the problem isn't just scraping together enough money, it's finding an affordable unit at all. We'll continue to follow up with these residents as they try to avoid joining Salem's growing homeless population, and we'll update you here. In Salem, Gabrielle Carroll, Point 6 News.
Gabrielle, thank you. Now, do you have a story you want our investigative team to look into? Just give us a call at 503-464-0861 or send us an email at reported@coin.com.